Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is to set up a class. And I don't recommend, you don't have to run with this class. You run with whatever you feel comfortable with. But once you get your sentry gun and your kill streak, I want you to switch to this class and make sure you use it. Now, it doesn't matter which gun that you use. You can choose whatever it is that you feel comfortable with. Because all we're looking for is specific items. So the first thing is scavenger, because we want to replenish our equipment. And the equipment that we're going to be using is the trophy system. And anytime you lay down your sentry gun, drop a trophy system, because it makes it nearly impossible to get to. Plus, it always breaks my heart when somebody throws a freaking EMP and it blows up all my hard work. Now, you can use lethal equipment. It's not necessary, but it always helps to have some additional protection around there as well. Also, you want to make sure that you have your sentry gun. You also can use a guardian, because a guardian helps to protect additional entrances, so you don't have to worry about people busting in, or if they are busting in from that direction, it at least slows them down so you can get to them before they get to you.
See, we only like music that rhymes.
Alright, so let's take a look at the first sentry gun stage, which is Express. And there are two areas on Express that I like to start out with: high traffic, long vantage points. So it's going to be these far corners where the tunnels are. Now, I recommend that you place your sentry gun in the far right hand side, which faces the left hand entrance to the substation, and the tunnel on the far right hand side. It gives you a long vantage point, really difficult for people to get to it. Now, the next part I like to do is to place one on the top of the train nearest the building. If you place it up here, it's difficult for people to shoot it or get to it as well. Plus, it overlooks the entrance to the rail station there, so it gives you a nice spot. Now, if you can place it slightly off there, you can protect one side over there, the far left hand side, as well as the sentry gun will shoot down into the railway as well. Now, in the back of the station, there are two spots: that far right hand corner there nearest to the mailboxes, and the far left hand corner. Again, it gives you long vantage points. Now, our second stage, and my personal favorite, is Standoff. Now, Standoff, the first sentry gun spot is going to be in the A spawn, as soon as you spawn out there. Now, it's perfect because it has an extremely long vantage point, and it's only accessible from the right hand side of the house or the opposite side where the tank is. Now, the sniper perch here on top of the roof makes a great sentry gun spot because it overlooks Granny's house, plus it's easy to cover, as well as you can also tilt it towards the back side there, especially if you have people trying to flank you as well. Right, so the second sentry gun spot I have is the second floor rooftop at Granny's house. Overlooks a huge congested portion of the map. If you have a guardian, you can place it in the stairwell. Then you don't have to sit there and babysit your sentry gun. You can go rack up kills while your sentry gun racks you up some more kills. So my third sentry gun spot is the C spawn, and it's exactly like the A spawn, a very long vantage point. Anybody coming out of the right side building is going to get it. Anybody trying to flank you around the barn there on the left hand side is going to get it as well. Very difficult for people to get to. Now, the third sentry gun spot is the office, and it's very easy to protect since there's only two entrances. Sentry gun here, guardian in the doorway. That leaves you free to wander off. You don't have to babysit it, and it overlooks a decent portion of the map, so it may not rack you up a lot of kills, but it'll get you something. Alright, so the third and final stage for this installment is going to be Yemen. Now, the first room is going to be the construction room, and I call it that because of all that scaffolding and all that stuff, construction going on. And this window is the most highly trafficked, so I recommend that you place your sentry gun in that room, which leaves you the back door. Now, it's easy for people to come sneaking around the corner, so if you have a guardian, place that there, so when somebody comes in there, you hear the microwave, you can shoot them, which leaves you with one simple assignment, and that's to cover this window. Now, the second sentry gun place, I call it the king of the hill spot because it's higher up, elevated. Now, you have three parts. You have the cover, the far arch overlooking the rest of the village. You have the stairwell, good for a guardian because there's a bottleneck there. and the backside. Now I recommend that you put your sentry gun on this arch here because it's a long vantage point, plus it takes care of anybody sniping in that far room over there. Next you can place your guardian here because it's a bottleneck, so it's easy to get those guys, and that only leaves you to clean up this backside here. Now the third spot is the lookout window, which is opposite to the King of the Hill area we just came from. Now since there's only 2 entrances, it takes a really simple setup to take care of. So all you need is a sentry gun in the window, a guardian at the door, drop your trophy system, and voila, there you go. The broken porch up here is very difficult to defend because it's so wide open, so I only recommend it if the spawns have switched, if they're on the other side. Now the enemy can easily slip up into this room, which looks directly out at the sentry gun, but you can always place a guardian at the back door to catch people coming through the tunnel. Now I wouldn't recommend the campers room here because it's such a low traffic area. This final spot is my favorite spot to place a sentry gun, right next to the water tower in the room. It overlooks the heart of the map. There's always tons of action going on here, so you rack up lots of kills. This room right here is perfect for a guardian. Make sure you drop your trophy system as well. Then all you have left to do is take care of that King of the Hill area back there, man. That's it.
See, we only like music that rhymes.